I love my job. And unfortunately, the mainstream media has been blinded by this bias.
From the glamorous realm of politics to the lap of luxury, Karoline Leavitt has captivated the public with her quick ascent to power and her extravagant lifestyle. What is her private life like, though, outside of public speaking and debates? When she's done fighting for what she believes in, how did she get so wealthy, and where does she go to relax? In this video, we take a closer look at Karoline Leavitt's life, work, and wealth, which enable her to live the life that most people can only dream of. In this article, we will reveal the backstory of the young politician causing a stir in Washington and beyond. When President Trump appointed Karoline Leavitt as press secretary in January 2025, she became the youngest person to hold the position. Leavitt, the 36th individual to occupy this office, is essential in overseeing the administration's messaging and communications. Although her precise wealth is a mystery, estimates place it at $6 million, which, considering her prominent positions, seems plausible. It has been reported that she had a prior role as assistant press secretary during Trump's first term, which provided her with the opportunity to network extensively inside the government. She became famous around the country in 2022 when she ran as a Republican for the 1st Congressional District of New Hampshire. The national spokesman for Make America Great Again, Inc., the Trump-aligned super PAC headed by CEO Taylor Buick, was appointed to her the following year. According to the White House's annual personnel report, Leavitt reportedly earns around $180,000 a year as press secretary, which is comparable to the reported income of Karine Jean-Pierre, who had the same post under President Joe Biden. Atkinson, New Hampshire, is the place of Karoline Claire Leavitt's birth and upbringing as a Roman Catholic child. She was born on August 24, 1997. She spent a lot of her childhood in the neighboring town of Plato, where her family owned an ice cream parlor and used vehicle dealership. She inherited a strong work ethic and a profound sense of community from her working-class background. She started her academic career in Lawrence, Massachusetts at Central Catholic High School, where she earned her diploma in 2015. On a Division II softball scholarship, she subsequently attended St. Anselm College in Manchester, New Hampshire. As a student at the university, Leavitt's political opinions emerged. In her editorials for the school newspaper, she frequently voiced her conservative views and was an outspoken admirer of then-President Trump. A few of her standout pieces defended Trump's contentious travel ban from 2017 and harshly criticized what she saw as media bias against conservative agendas. Not only did Leavitt get internships with prominent figures in the media, but she also worked in local politics, which helped her advance in the conservative political establishment. One of the most prominent right-wing news channels in the nation, Fox News, was her internship site while she was a student at St. Anselm College. She was able to hone her skills in political media strategy and expand her network inside Republican circles during her time there. She interned as a writer for President Trump's White House Office of Presidential Correspondence in the summer preceding her senior year. She was ushered into national politics, and her career was launched by this chance. As the first person in her family to receive a bachelor's degree, Leavitt returned to the White House for a short time after graduating in 2019 with a degree in communications and politics. She was offered a position as assistant press secretary under then-press secretary Kayleigh McEnany in the White House press office. She oversaw press relations and collaborated closely with the administration's media staff in this capacity. In January 2021, when Trump left the White House, Leavitt moved to Capitol Hill and became the communications director for Republican Elise Stefanik of New York, who is a congresswoman. Leavitt became a rising star inside the party under the guidance of Stefanik, a fervent Trump supporter who became her mentor. Leavitt announced her candidature for the U.S. presidency in 2022, which was a daring move on her part. Representative for the 1st Congressional District of New Hampshire in the United States Congress. Due to her advanced years and the fact that the two most prominent Republican primary contenders have connections to the Trump administration, her candidacy gained widespread media attention. Conservative heavyweights like Elise Stefanik, Senator Ted Cruz, and Representative Lauren Boebert publicly backed her, even if she came up short in the end. A dedicated following among right-wing voters was hers as a result of her aggressive media approach and unabashedly pro-Trump statements. In January 2024, Leavitt was appointed National Press Secretary for Trump's presidential campaign in 2024 because to her rising profile. While serving in this capacity, she gained prominence as a prominent advocate for the ex-president, making regular appearances on conservative media to tout his agenda and discredit his detractors. On the other hand, she caused controversy with her confrontational approach. After Trump's re-election on November 15, 2024, the former president revealed that Leavitt will succeed him as White House press secretary, further rewarding her devotion to the administration. She formally succeeded Karine Jean-Pierre on January 20, 2025. She cemented her place in political history at the tender age of 27, becoming the youngest person ever chosen to the role. In her first official White House press conference on January 28, 2025, Leavitt made a strong impression right away. She announced a major shift in the administration's press policies, allowing social media influencers and independent journalists to apply for press credentials. The court system took notice of Leavitt because of his active social media presence. A federal judge ruled on an injunction involving President Trump's effort to block government funding on January 29, 2025, citing her statements. She proved she could influence stories outside of the newsroom by making public remarks that were an integral element of the administration's communications strategy, especially on social media. Currently, Karoline Leavitt is the press secretary for President Donald Trump in the White House. What follows is perhaps the most anticipated part: a tour of her luxurious apartment in Washington, D.C. She now calls Washington, D.C. home, where she dwells in a stunning craftsman colonial house constructed in 2003 thanks to her prominent position. With its combination of traditional design elements and contemporary conveniences, this home provides an ideal setting for business and pleasure. Timeless colonial workmanship adorns the home's facade, which is further enhanced by the well-kept grounds. An inviting open floor plan that links the primary living areas is entered through a Dutch door, setting the tone for the house's cozy interior. The house is filled with large windows that let in natural light, making every room feel bright and spacious. Whether you're hosting friends or just want to unwind, the living room with its majestic fireplace is the perfect location. French doors in the adjacent dining room lead out onto a spacious private terrace, perfect for entertaining guests. Stylish Tazo worktops, two roomy pantries, high-end stainless steel equipment, and a traditional farmhouse sink are just a few of the features of this opulent kitchen. Because of its design, the kitchen is an ideal place to host gatherings of all kinds, whether they are family or friends. Adding to the airiness and magnificence of the property, the main level features hardwood flooring and high 10-foot ceilings. A guest bedroom and complete bathroom are located on this floor, making them ideal for accommodating guests. The well-planned layout continues upstairs with a master suite that feels more expansive thanks to the high ceilings. The master suite has its own bathroom with two vanities, a spa tub, a separate shower, and its own private toilet area. The room also has a huge California-style closet. An inviting library space that also functions as an office provides a peaceful nook where one may engage in reading, writing, or preparing for press briefings. On the same floor, you'll find another bright bedroom with its own fireplace, perfect for snuggling up on chilly evenings. A complete bathroom and two more bedrooms make the most of the home's basement level. This room may host visitors, relatives, or simply anyone looking for some quiet time away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. In addition to a garage and a covered carport, there is a laundry room specifically designed to make daily living easier. An outside patio, accessible through French doors from this level, offers yet another lovely area to take in the scenery and relax. In Karoline Leavitt's Washington, D.C., her home is a reflection of her professional status and her taste for elegant, comfortable living. Her house provides a peaceful refuge where she can rejuvenate and get ready for the challenges of her job as White House press secretary, which involves navigating the fast-paced world of politics and the media. Karoline Leavitt's home address in Hampton, New Hampshire, was publicly posted as 137 Winnicott Road during her 2022 congressional campaign. The Hampton community is encapsulated by this mansion, a well-preserved historic home, which lies in a superb position. Situated in a neighborhood filled with families, it provides a perfect combination of old-world allure and contemporary comforts. The property's prime location is hard to beat. In just a few minutes, guests can reach downtown Hampton and all the restaurants, stores, and services they could possibly need. It is perfect for families because of how close it is to the public library and schools, which makes it a great place to live for those who value community. The house is also conveniently located near the ocean and all the outdoor activities it offers, just a short bike ride away, on the beautiful New Hampshire coastline, which is perfect for nature lovers. The house's design pays homage to classic farmhouse elements, such as the covered porch that greets guests as they enter the residence. The main level is furnished with a well-appointed kitchen with a pantry, a separate dining space with built-in cabinets, and a front living room that is both cozy and large. An inviting and practical home is the result of the design's faultless flow. The home's bedrooms are located on the second story, offering a tranquil refuge away from the main living spaces and plenty of seclusion. In the meanwhile, the completed basement is a great addition with plenty of space and a half bath. It may be used as a playroom, gaming room, or amusement area for the family. The basement is much more useful because it is accessible from the driveway and the backyard. This home stands out in Hampton because of its large 2-acre lot, which is unusual for an in-town location. There is plenty of room for gardening, outdoor hobbies, or perhaps future development in the spacious gated yard. Whatever your lifestyle demands, this property can accommodate you, whether it's a main residence or a home-based company. When people think of Karoline Leavitt, they often associate her with high fashion and luxury. She has already become famous at the young age of 27 for her work in the White House and her penchant for high fashion. A prominent position in Trump's administration, Leavitt stands apart from the ordinary American because to her extravagant fashion choices. She chose a burgundy outfit, which cost around $150, for her first news conference on January 28th in the Brady News briefing room. The show-stopping accessories, meanwhile, were her Jimmy Choo heels, which cost $730, and Daring Cross necklace, which brought the total cost of the ensemble close to $900. This is only one example among many. Leavitt further solidified her penchant for high-end design by donning a $500 Giovanna coat from LPA as she took the oath of office. She adores high fashion as much as she loves designer shoes and handbags. For example, she is often seen wearing a Louis Vuitton Neverfull purse costing $2,000 and a Dior Lady Delight for $6,000. Even while many Americans are struggling with the growing costs of ordinary products, they clearly show that her wardrobe prioritizes premium labels. Karoline Leavitt is one of the rare rising stars whose private life has garnered as much attention as her political career. Nicholas Riccio, a 32-year-old real estate mogul, has been the subject of much speculation about her connection. On Christmas Day in 2023, the pair made their engagement announcement. Leavitt shared her joy on Instagram, describing it as the best Christmas of my life, and expressing her thankfulness for meeting her soulmate. Their low-key wedding ceremony marked the beginning of a fresh chapter in her life. Their first child, a son, was born to them in July 2024. Although their initial encounter is shrouded in mystery, rumors have it that they probably met paths in New Hampshire, where Riccio had long-standing commercial interests, and Leavitt went to college. The Daily Mail highlighted an Instagram post that the user later removed, which said that they had met at a political event via a common acquaintance. In Leavitt's professional life, their friendship continued. Riccio was instrumental in her congressional campaign finance committee during her failed 2022 bid for Congress when she encountered financial difficulties. Even though she had intended to take maternity leave after welcoming her baby into the world on July 10, 2024, Leavitt's dedication to her political career was further demonstrated in the days following. But her preparations were shattered on July 13th, when the nation was rocked by an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. By declining maternity leave after the crisis, Leavitt proved her commitment to her position and solidified her image as an ardent supporter of the administration. Several scandals have surrounded Leavitt since she became the White House press secretary. To reevaluate compliance with executive orders impacting inclusion and diversity policy, she declared a moratorium on government loans and grants in January 2025. She was also an advocate for a new legislation that would have transgender and non-binary people officially recognized by the federal government by defining sex as male or female at birth. She presented the move as a return to reasonable government policy and a rejection of wokeness in her defense of the decision. Not only has Leavitt been involved in policy arguments, but she has also been in political battles. Project 2025 was a conservative policy program, and in August of 2024, she stated categorically that the Trump campaign had nothing to do with it. More recently, in February 2025, she rebutted Senator Chuck Schumer's claims that staff reductions at the FAA during President Trump's administration contributed to a Toronto disaster involving Delta Airlines. She criticized Schumer's comments as incredibly irresponsible and pointed out that the flight had been overseen by Canadian air traffic controllers. Tensions have flared up between the press and Leavitt during her time as press secretary. This is especially true during press briefings, when Leavitt has vehemently defended government policy while criticizing Trump's representation in the media. In the White House, Leavitt continues to play an important role, facing criticism for her aggressive style, but also admiration for her unfaltering commitment. She navigates political conflicts and personal milestones under the heavy public scrutiny. A like, a subscription, and a notification bell will ensure that you will not miss any future explorations into the lives of important people like these. With your help, we can keep adding interesting stuff to your feed. Have fun with the next video. I appreciate you taking the time to view this one. So long.